Hello, welcome to High Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to play another game from the 1978 Red Sox replay. Game number 114. Game number 2 against the Milwaukee Brewers in this 4-game, I think it's a 4-game series. Yeah, 4-game series against the Brew Crew. The Red Sox unfortunately dropped the first game in the series and now are 3 games behind the Milwaukee Brewers. I think 1.5 behind the Yankees. The Yankees won the game today's game, as you'll see when we get this game started. Red Sox actually, in actuality, won this game, and they had a record of 72 and 42 after this game. So we'll see how we compare to that after the game is over. Hopefully we can get a victory. It's going to be Bill Travers on the mound for the Milwaukee Brewers against Jim Wright for the Red Sox. So Mr. Brody has the day off once again, and Miss Mags is in the area, but she's out and about trying to get data for the game, so I'm not sure if she's going to make it into the game or not, but if not, I'll just go solo, but just in case she does come back, we'll have her camera ready and her seat ready for her. So without further ado, let's get this game underway.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alright, it's a good day game here at Fenway Park, Boston, Massachusetts. Jim Wright on the hill for the Red Sox. He's got a record of 8-5 on the season, 8-4 on the actual season, with a 4.60 earned run average, 86 innings pitched, 119 hits allowed, 124 walks and 43 strikeouts, and surrendered 12 home runs. So he's had bit less of a season than he had in the actual season. He's going to have a few more decisions, most likely. And we're sending the ambulances out already for Wright. Anyway, thank you for that sound effect on cue there. So the visiting Milwaukee Brewers in Game 2 of the series will have Robin Yount, the shortstop, batting first. Dave May, the right fielder, bats second. Batting third is Don Money, the third baseman. Batting cleanup and DHing today is Cecil Cooper. Dick Davis, the left fielder, will bat fifth. Ben Ogilvy, the first baseman, hits sixth. Gorman Thomas, hitting seventh today, is the center fielder. Jim Gantner, the second baseman, hits eighth. And Buck Martinez, behind the plate, will hit ninth. So the defense behind Wright is going to be Rice in left, Lynn in center, Evans in right. Lynn and Evans, excellent range in center and right. Rice with above average range in left. Lynn and Evans with above average arms. Evans with a cannon for an arm in right. In the infield, it's going to be Hobson, Burleson, Remy, and Scott. Hobson, an error machine at third with below average range. Burleson, excellent range at shortstop. Remy and Scott with above average range at second and first, respectively. Behind the plate, Carlton Fisk, excellent range and an above average arm. And Jim Wright with poor range on the mound, well below average range, and a +1 hold rating. So Yount steps into the box. Kicks the dirt off his shoes. Is hitting .293 on the hitting .286 on the season with 5 homers and 32 runs batted in. So Wright looks in for the sign from Fisk. Kicks and delivers. And it's going to be off the 2 column of Yount. He'll pop it up to Burleson. Who'll make the catch for out number 1. So Terry Cooney is behind the plate calling balls and strike. Bill Deegan down at first. Don Leppert is the second base umpire. And Al Clark over at third. So Dave May up now. May comes in hitting just .167 with 3 homers and 9 runs batted in. This should be probably his last start of the season, as he has 72 at-bats today, and he had 77 on the actual season, so he may have one more in him, or perhaps some pinch hitting after this. And it's going to be off the 3 column, and he'll line up the opposite way to Hobson at third, a little late on that one, and Hobson makes the catch for out number 2. Don Money up now, homered in yesterday's game. I believe he did, anyway. Yeah, he did. .299 hitter with 9 homers and 44 runs batted in. Wright looks in for the sign. So we have the 3 column. And that's a fly ball to center. Juice to deep center. Lynn goes after it, races hard, dives, and makes the catch. So the 1/2 inning, it's Milwaukee nothing and Boston coming to bat. Bill Travers on the hill. Bill Travers struggling on the season, only 3-10 with a 6.39 earned run average, 93 innings pitched, 121 hits allowed, 47 walks and only 39 strikeouts, and a surrendered 13 homers. He was 12-11 with a 4.40 earned run average on the actual season. So the lineup for the hometown Boston Red Sox is going to be Rick Burleson, the shortstop, will bat first. He'll be followed by Jerry Remy, the second baseman. Jim Wright, the left fielder, will hit third. Batting cleanup is behind the plate is Carlton Fisk. Freddie Lynn, the center fielder, will hit 5th. Bob Bailey gets a start today against the lefty Travers, hitting 6th. Dwight Evans, the right fielder, hits 7th. George Scott, all the way down to number 8 position. First baseman will hit 8th. And Butch Hobson, the third baseman, hits 9th. So Burleson comes in hitting .273 with a homer and 35 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch by Travers. We'll take a look at the defense for Milwaukee right after this. And he hits one out to Davis in the left, who'll make the catch for out number 1. So the defense behind Travers is going to be Davis, who we just saw there, with below average range and average arm. Thomas with above average range and above average arm and center. May with average range and a slightly above average arm in right. May the most error prone there with a 25 rating. In the infield, it's going to be Money, Yount, Gantner, and Ogilvy. The left side of the infield has above average range. The right side below average range. Gantner and Ogilvy. Money very short-handed at third base, while the rest of the guys are fairly error prone, with Yount being the most error prone with a 38 rating, and Ogilvy with a 30 rating at first. Behind the plate is Martinez, who has above average range and slightly above average arm. Travers has a 0 hold rating, so he's average, with above average range on the mound. So 1 down now for Jerry Remy. Comes in hitting an even .300 on the season with 2 homers and 35 runs batted in. And it's going to be off the 5 column. And that's going to be a ground ball to Yount. Range check on Yount. Gets in front of it. And he'll make the play over to Ogilvy for out number 2. Jim Wright's up now with 2 down and the bases empty. Comes in hitting .311 with 33 homers and 97 runs batted in. And it's going to be off the 5 column of Travers. And he'll line out to Yount. Scorcher there, but Yount is right there to make the catch. So after one full, no score. So Wright will face Cooper, Davis, and Ogilvy. Cooper comes in hitting .319 on the season with 6 homers and 26 runs batted in. It's going to be off the 2 column. And he'll take a call third strike. So Wright with his first K of the day. Brings up Dick Davis. And it looks like Larry Heisel is going to get the day off today. At least to start the game. Heisel had a great game in the first game of the series. And that's going to... Oh, and Davis is going to get a good one to hit here. Let's see what he does with it. And he'll line out to Hobson. Snow cones it for out number 2. So that brings up Ogilvy. Ogilvy hitting .280 on the season with 11 homers and 43 runs batted in. It's going to be at the 5 column of Wright. And that'll be a base hit up the middle. So a 2-out single for Ogilvy. As Lynn tosses it back in. That'll be up Gorman Thomas, so I believe he homered in yesterday's game also. Thomas comes in with a .297 average, 51 points ahead of his average of .246 for the season, with 29 homers and 67 runs batted in. So Wright looks in for the sign from Fisk, looks to run it back, kicks and delivers. And he's going to get a hold of one here. This one could go to go. And no, it's just off the base of the wall. And let's see here. I think they're going to try to send him in the score. We're going to throw for that lead runner. We have a 35% chance to get him out. So we're going to go for it here. Throw comes home. And it's off the line. So Thomas with an RBI double. And Milwaukee's on the board first. Jim Gettner up now, the second baseman. He comes in hitting .333 on the season. So hitting much better than his .216 average for the season. Already has 3 home runs on the season, as opposed to only 1 on the actual season, and with 6 more RBIs. And approximately 20 more at-bats left. And he continues his hot hitting here. Let's see what he does with this. Oh, they're going to lays off of it, and it's a called third strike. Curveball there fooled him. So that'll be it for the Brew Crew in the second, but they score a run on the RBI double by Thomas and lead at 1-0. So in the bottom of the second, the Red Sox will send up Fisk, Lynn, and Bailey. Fisk, a .311 hitter on the season with 15 homers and 62 runs batted in. This will be off the 4 column. And he'll pop it up to the opposite field. Getting there in the outfield grass, makes the catch for out number 1. For Lynn up now. Lynn hitting .293 with 21 homers and 69 runs batted in. Gets a good one to hit here. And gets a... Ooh, that's going to be a long one there. Way back there. And it's fouled. Just fouled on the left field line. So he's back in the box now. And this one he hits up the middle for a base hit. So a 1-out single for Lynn. Then I bring up Bob Bailey. Bob Bailey having a miserable season. Hitting just .127 with 2 runs batted in. Ogilvy holding Lynn on at first. Bailey in the box. And it's going to be off the 1 column. And Bailey will go down on strikes. No surprise there, as Bailey strikes out. So 2 down now for Evans. Evans hitting .251 on the season with 17 homers and 62 runs batted in. And he's going to ground this one to Yount. Over to first in time. So score that one a 6-3, and that'll do it for the Red Sox in the second. So after 2 full, it's Milwaukee 1 and Boston 0. Number 9 hitter Martinez will lead it off for the Brewers. Martinez hitting just .186 with a homer and 18 runs batted in. Gets one to hit here. And this one is going to go off the green monster. Retrieves it, throws it back, but not before Martinez ends up at second with a leadoff double. So that'll bring up Yount, who popped out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball to Remy. Range check, gets in front of it. And he'll make the play over to Scott as Martinez moves to third with one down. So let's check out the scores here. Nope, not scores, but let's check out the Milwaukee's record in the last 10 games. Milwaukee is 6-4 in the last 10. So Dave May up now, lined out his first time up. And this may get the run home here. It's a ground ball to Remy. Infield is playing in. Let's see if Remy decides to go home with it. Fields it. Over to first. So he's playing in, and Martinez, not a very fast runner, decides to hold at third. So 2 down now. So for Don Money, who flew out his first time up. And he strikes out swinging. Third K of the day by Wright. And it remains 1-0 Milwaukee after 2.5. That'll be George Scott, 239 now, after going... Well, actually, this is his first at-bat, sorry. 239 hitter with 10 homers and 34 runs batted in. And Scott's going to get a good one to hit here. And this one is going to go high off the wall. Almost got out of there. And the Boomer will be on with a leadoff double. So a good start for the Red Sox as the tying run is now in scoring position to lead off the third. Hobson with a chance to get an RBI here. Hitting .275 with 9 homers and 42 runs batted in. And Hobson will get a good one to hit here. And it's a ground ball to Gantner at second. This should at least get the runner over. Kind of a tough play there for Gantner. And that is going to be... Looks like that it's going to be a base hit. Goes through. They're going to hold Scott at third with nobody out. So runners at the corners now for Burleson. Burleson flew out his first time up. And he strikes out swinging. At the high cheese. So that brings up Jerry Remy. Grounded out his first time up. And he's going to pop one to Martinez. Gets in front of it. Gets under it. And makes the catch for the second out. So Jim Wright's up now. So he'll take a base hit to get Scott home here. And he lined out his first time up. And that'll be a fly ball to center. Thomas backpedals quickly, up with his glove, and makes the catch. So the Red Sox start off first and third with nobody out, but cannot get any of the runs home. Cannot score, and it remains 1-0 Milwaukee. Cecil Cooper up now, a strikeout victim his first time up. And he'll line out to Remy. So 1 down in the Milwaukee fourth. So let's look at the scores. New York Yankees lead the Orioles 3-1. Texas leads Cleveland 1-0. Toronto shutting out Kansas City 4-0. Detroit and Chicago tied at 1. Minnesota blanking Oakland 5-0. Seattle on top of California 3-1. So 1 down now for Dick Davis, who grounded out his first time up. And he'll ground one to Remy. Fires over to Scott. 2 down. So 2 up and 2 down. for Ogilvy. Singled his first time up. And he's going to get a good one to hit here. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. So Ogilvy 2 for 2. Scott will hold him on. Ogilvy is a threat to steal. So that brings up Thomas. Has the only RBI of the game. And he's got to get a good one to hit here. And this one is way out of here. A 2-run home run for Thomas. His 30th of the season. And Milwaukee now leads it 3-0. So that silences the crowd. So the Red Sox now trail 3-0. Jim Gantner up now. Struck out his first time up. And that's a ground ball to Scott at first. Clips the right covering. And that'll do it. But Milwaukee scores 2 more on a 2-run shot by Thomas and leads it 3-0 now. So Travers now with a little breathing room. 3-0 now. He'll face Fisk first here, the Red Sox in the 4th. Popped out his first time. This time he gets hit by a pitch. And he'll trot down the first. Appears to be okay. So Fred Lynn up now. Singled his first time up. And this time he'll pop up to Money. And he'll make the catch in fair territory. For out number 1, Bob Bailey struck out his first time up. Oh, and he hits that awful 1 column of Bailey's. But he does draw the walk. So it'll push Fisk in the scoring position. So tying run will come up in Dwight Evans. He grounded out his first time up. Milwaukee playing back for 2. And Evans strikes out swinging. So 3 Ks now for Travers. So here comes George Scott. Doubled his first time up. Red Sox would like another double here. That's going to be off the 5 column. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. And Fisk will come around this. No, actually they're going to hold Fisk at 3rd. So that'll load the bases with 2 down for Butch Hobson, who singled his first time up. So let's see if Hobson can come through in the clutch now as Martinez goes out to talk to Travers. Goes back behind the plate. Travers looks in for the sign. Looks at the runners. Kicks and delivers. And he's going to ground out to Yount, who fires over to Ogilvy. And that'll do it. So the Red Sox leave the bases loaded. And it remains 3-0 Milwaukee. So Wright will face Martinez, Yount, and May. Martinez doubled his first time up. And that's going to be a range play on Fisk. See if he can get to this one. Ooh, possible wild pitch on this one, though. This is not good. I don't think there's any runners on, so it won't matter. Little roll out in front. Fisk throws. And he'll make the play. So 1 down now. Score that a 1-3. So that'll be up Robin Yount, who's 0 for 2. Grounds 1 to Hobson at 3rd. Scoops it up over to 1st. So 2 quick outs in the Milwaukee 5th. So that brings up Dave May. 0 for 2 today. And he gets hit by a pitch. So Scott will hold him on. That'll bring up Money, who's 0 for 2. Struck out his last time up. And this time he'll pop up to Remy. Calls for it and makes the catch. So halfway through, it's Milwaukee 3 and Boston nothing. Top of the order for the Red Sox. Burleson, Remy, and Rice. If anybody gets on, Fisk up against Travers. Burleson hitless on the day. And he will fly out to Davis in the left. He's there and makes the catch. So here comes Jerry Remy 0 for 2. Gets a good one to hit here. Let's see what he does with it. It's a range check on Gantner. 1-6 will be a hit. That's a 13, so he'll get in front of it. Oh, and he's going to boot this one. And it rolls right between his legs. So error on Gantner. Didn't get his glove down. So 1-out base runner brings up Jim Rice. Lined out in the first and flew out in the third. Oh, just a little too high a roll there as Davis is there and makes a shoestring catch. So 2 down now, so it'll be up to Fisk if the Indians are going to continue. Fisk popped out in the second, hit by a pitch in the fourth. This will be a ground ball to Yount. Gets in front of it. And he'll make the play over to Ogilvy to retire the side. So nothing doing for the Red Sox in the fifth. And it remains 3-0 Milwaukee. So Cooper will lead it off for the Brew Crew here in the top of the sixth. Cooper 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out in the second and lined out in the fourth. And he's going to get a good one to hit here. But he hits it right at Remy. Over to Scott. So right up to 85 pitches. Here in the sixth with 1 down. Dick Davis up now, grounded out twice. And this time he'll fly out to Lynn. So 2 gone now in the Milwaukee sixth. That'll bring up Ben Ogilvy. He's got a pair of singles today. And make that 3 singles as he hits one up the middle. So Gorman Thomas up now. He's having a big day today as it doubled in the second, RBI double, and hit a 2-run blast in the fourth. And this time he'll ground out to Remy, who flips over to Scott to end the inning. So after 5.5, it's 3-0 Milwaukee. Freddie Lynn will lead it off. He's 1 for 2, single back in the second. And he'll strike out swinging. So Bob Bailey up now. Struck out in the second and walked in the fourth. And Bailey's going to get a base hit to left. So Bailey with a rare base hit. Bailey is a horrible runner here. So we're going to pinch run for Bailey. Oops. And the question is, who do we pinch run for? Let's see. Not much speed going on here. Duffy, maybe? Yeah, I think we'll bring Frank Duffy to pinch run for Bailey. Gotta get some speed on the bases here. So 1 on and 1 out as Duffy is pinch running for Bailey, so Bailey's day is done. So Dwight Evans up now. He's 0 for 2 on the day. And that's going to be a range check on Thomas. Ooh, and that's a good roll for him, as it's going to be a Thomas cannot get to it. It's going to go all the way to the wall. And Evans will dig for second, and he has himself a double. They hold Bailey at first, down by 3. So the Boomer George Scott up now. He's having a whale of a day. Doubled in the third and singled in the fourth. Be nice if he could hit a homer in the fifth, a 6, but we'll take a single. Let's see what we can do here. I don't see much single there. Let's go for a walk, maybe. Oh, and just misses that single there, and it strikes out. So 2 down now for Butch Hobson. 1 for 2 on the day. And he's going to draw the walk. So that's going to load the bases for Rick Burleson. Last time the Red Sox loaded the bases, they could not score. Burleson 0 for 3 on the day. Ooh, almost got that rare roll, the hit by pitch there. But instead, took a round out to Gantner. And the Red Sox leave him loaded once again. So it remains 3-0 Milwaukee. Jim Gantner, hitless on the day, will lead it off for the Brew Crew here in the 7th. And he'll line one to Remy for out number 1. So check out the scores if you like there. The Yankees are ahead of Baltimore 4-1. Look at the other scores there. So to bring up Martinez, doubled back in the 3rd, 1 for 2. And he'll single here past Burleson. So second hit of the day for Martinez. 1 out single. Scott will hold him on. Yount up now, hitless on the day. Grounds one to Remy. He has to come in and charge it and take it barehanded. As Martinez moves into scoring position now with 2 down. So May 0 for 2 officially, hit by a pitch his last time out. He's going to ground one to Burleson. Gets in front of it. And makes the play over to Scott for out number 3. So 7th inning stretch time. Here's the trivia question. Brought to you by Mr. Brody and Miss Mags. So what White Sox player hit 3 home runs in the 1959 World Series? Give you a second to lock in your answers. So what player hit 3 home runs in the 1959 World Series for the White Sox? All right, I'm just going to go take a guess at it. Norm Cash. And my second guess would have been Aparicio. But I'm going to go with Norm Cash as my number 1 answer. So here is the answer. Ted Klaczewski. They're not even close on that one. So let's take a look at the stats here. Yeah, Ted Klaczewski hit 3 home runs. Sherm Lawler hit 1. And that was it. As the White Sox lost the series to the New York Yankees. Los Angeles Dodgers. 4 games to 2. So Ted Klaczewski hits 3 homers. Chuck Asegian hit 2 home runs for the Dodgers. And Gil Hodges also hit a home run. And Don Zimmer was on the Los Angeles Dodgers back in 1959, world champion Dodgers. So, thank you, Mr. Brody and Miss Mags. I guess they decided not to come into this game. They probably saw what this game was going to be like. And decided not to watch it. Well, Mr. Brody's not here, but Miss Mags decided she did not want any part of this game. But it's not done yet. We still have 3 more innings left for the Red Sox, so this is more than enough time. So, Willie Mueller. I don't think I remember him. Pitched for the Milwaukee Brew Crew. He had a 1-0 record with a 6.39 earned run average, 13 innings pitched, 16 hits allowed on the actual season. This is his first appearance of the season. So hopefully the Red Sox will greet him and help with that 6.39 earned run average. So Jerry Remy 0 for 3 will lead it off. He's glad to see anybody but Travers. So it's off the one column. And that's a good start, as that falls in there in front of Thomas. So Remy on with a leadoff single here in the 7th. Then we have Jim Wright, 0 for 3. He's also happy to see anybody but Travers. And he's going to pop one up the Gantner and makes the catch for out number 1. So that brings up Fisk. Fisk 0 for 2. Was hit by a pitch in the 4th. And he's going to fly out to May and right. So 2 down now. So it brings up Freddie Lynn, 1 for 3, single back in the 2nd. And Lynn's going to get a good one to hit here. Ugh. And he's going to fly out to May. All those home runs on there, and he cannot land it. Granted, they're 10, 11, and 12, but still. So that's it for the Red Sox, as they cannot score once again. And we'll head to the 8th with the score still Milwaukee 3 and Boston nothing. And that is going to be it for Jim Wright, as he will come out of the game here. Actually, we'll leave him in. He did actually pitch a complete game. 6-hitter. Only allowed 1 run, but got the win. But we'll let him pitch another inning here. See if we can rest the bullpen a little bit. And Money is going to get a good one to hit here. And Money will have himself a single. I think we are going to take him out now. We'll bring in Bergmeyer to pitch to Cooper here. So Wright's day is done. He lasted 6+ innings, responsible for Money at third. Has allowed 3 runs so far. Bergmeyer with a 1-2 record and 1 save, 6.20 earned run average, 41 innings pitched, 57 hits allowed, 16 walks and 25 strikeouts, and has surrendered 6 homers. So he'll face Cooper here as 0 for 3. That's a ground ball to Burleson. Gets in front of it. And he'll make the play. See if he's going to try for 2 here. And he turns 2. Burleson 6-4-3 double play. So 2 down now and the base is empty. And Bergmeyer comes in and throws 1 pitch and gets a double play. So Dick Davis up now, 0 for 3. And that's going to be a base hit. So it brings up Ogilvy's 3 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Scott holding on Davis. And he'll line up to Remy to end the inning. So we'll head to the home half of the 8th. The Red Sox still down by 3. Mueller in for his 2nd inning of work. Let's see, do we want to leave Duffy in? Let's see, I think Duffy hits lefties pretty well here. Oops, that's Mueller. Oh, he's a righty, though. Hey, there's Miss Mags. Let's see who we have. I think we have Yastrzemski on the bench. I think we might bring in Yastrzemski to pinch hit here. And we are. We're going to bring in Yastrzemski to pinch hit. Yastrzemski is a new DH now. So Yaz comes in with a 277 average, which is exactly what he hit for the season. 11 homers and 53 runs batted in. Mueller looks in for the sign for Martinez. Kicks and delivers. And he lines one to Gantner at 2nd. And Yastrzemski is retired for out number 1. So that'll bring up Evans. Evans doubled his last time up, 1 for 3. And he draws the walk. Breaking ball, low ball 4. So that brings up the Boomer. He's 2 for 3. And he strikes out on the hard slider. Takes it right down the middle. So that brings up Hobson. 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. And gets his second base hit. So that'll bring the tying run up as Rick Burleson comes up. And it's going to be off the 2 column. Oh my goodness. That would have been nice. But it's going to be a double. So a 1-7 would have been a home run. That would have been something. But instead, he does get a double. So let's see. Are we going to send... Who is up next? Remy? Lead runner 13. I think we're going to try to get that second run home. Let's do it. And we're going to hold the trailing runner. And Hobson will score also. So a 2-run double for Rick Burleson. And it's a 3-2 game now. So if Remy can get a single here, he can tie the game. So the fans are on their feet. Fans extremely excited that they thought that one was going to go. That one was high up off the wall. Just missed getting that one out. And Jerry Remy with an opportunity to tie the game. Remy singled his last time up, 1 for 4 in the day. Burleson gets his lead. Mueller looks at him, kicks and delivers. Not the column we want to be on. And he'll pop one up to Ogilvy for out number 3. But the Red Sox do score 2. And headed to the 9th, the Red Sox close the gap to 3-2. So I definitely can't leave Bergmeyer in against Thomas. So he's definitely coming out. The $1 million question is, who do we bring in? No, not Hassler, definitely not. And we got to bring in Drago. So I think Drago is going to come in now. It's been a couple days since he's pitched, I believe. He comes in with a 6-6 record, 5 saves, 2.48 earned run average, 58 innings pitched, 55 hits allowed, 19 walks and 37 strikeouts, and has surrendered 5 homers. So he's had a decent season so far, a little bit above his actual numbers with about a half run better. So let's see if he can continue his good season. Thomas 2 for 3 with a homer comes up to the plate now. And he'll hit one to the opposite field. Evans is under it and grabs it for out number 1. So Jim Gantner 0 for 3 on the day against Wright. Browns won the second. Remy there over to Scott. 2 up and 2 down. So there are your scores. The Yankees beat Baltimore 4-2. Texas edges Cleveland 2-1. Toronto beats Kansas City 7-4. Detroit easily defeats Chicago 6-1. Minnesota squeezed by Oakland 7-5. Seattle down California 3-1. So 2 outs and the bases empty for Martinez. He had a couple hits off the right, and he's gonna get a good one to hit here, but he'll miss it. Fooled him on that one. So we're headed to the bottom of the 9th. The Red Sox needing a run to win, and a run to tie and 2 to win. So Jim Wright's up now. He'll face Bill Castro, who's in for the save. Castro 4-1 in the season with 9 saves. He had 8 saves on the actual season, and just a 1.02 earned run average. So he's been pretty much lights out. 44 innings pitched, only 28 hits allowed, 17 walks though, and 15 strikeouts. So he has been a little bit wild on occasion with 2 home runs. So Rice 0 for 4 steps into the box. That'll be a range check on Martinez. Gets in front of it. And fires over to Ogilvy for out number 1. So it'll be at Fisk. Fisk 0 for 3. Was hit by a pitch back in the 4th. And This will be a ground ball back to Castro. Gets in front of it. And slips out of his hand as he turns to throw it. Can't. And Fisk will beat it out, so they're going to give that an error to Castro. So tying run on board now. Fisk not bad speed for a catcher at this stage of his career. Ooh, Freddie Lynn up now. He's 1 for 4. What do you think, Miss Mags? Miss Mags must sense something as she's back in the co-host seat here. So Freddie Lynn 1 for 4 at a single back in the second off of Travers. Oh, come on, 9 or 10. Oh, it's going to be a range check on Martinez. Oh, this could be a wild pitch possibly. Bounces away from Martinez. He's got it, but there's no throw. Wild pitch, and Fisk will take second. So the tying run now in scoring position. So a base hit could tie the game here. Oh, and Lynn's going to get a good one to hit here. Let's see what he can do with it. Are you kidding me? Again. He rolls the 9. Unbelievable. Wow. So it'll be up to Kyle Yastrzemski here. Can Kyle Yastrzemski be the hero? Or at least keep this game going? Red Sox down to their last out here. Yastrzemski and the boss. Castro goes and talks it over with Martinez. Martinez goes back behind the plate. Fisk takes his lead off second. He has Yastrzemski. Come on, 2 column. Ooh, that couldn't be bad either. And that's going to be a base hit by Yastrzemski. No, it's not. Oh my goodness, that looked like a single there, but it must be one of that because of that little carrot there. That means it's an out. Unbelievable. So the Red Sox lead the tying run in scoring position. Have lost 2 in a row now. Now 4 games behind the Brew Crew. This is a killer. Oh. So the fans go home disappointed. Red Sox have had their chances, but just could not break through with that tying run. They did leave the bases loaded twice earlier in the game, too. So the Red Sox fall to the Brew Crew 3-2. Record now of 67 and 47, so there's 5 games behind their pace now. And they're now 4 games behind Milwaukee. They dropped the first 2 games of the series here at Fenway Park. So Bill Travers gets the win. He's 4-10 now. 6 innings pitched. 6 hits allowed. No runs. 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. Mueller gets the save. The hold, although he did allow 2 runs. 2 innings pitched, 3 hits allowed, 2 runs, both of them earned, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. And Bill Castro gets his 10th save of the season, pitches a scoreless 9th. Fisk did reach on that error, though. So Jim Wright gets the loss. He's 8-6 now. 7 innings pitched, 8 hits allowed, 3 runs, all of them earned. No walks and 3 strikeouts. Bergmeyer pitched a scoreless inning, allowing 1 hit. Drago pitched a scoreless 9th, striking out a batter. So for the Milwaukee Brewers, Robin Yount was 0 for 4. Dave May was 0 for 3. Money was 1 for 4. Cooper 0 for 4. Davis 1 for 4. Ben Ogilvy 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Thomas was 2 for 4 with a home run. 3 runs batted in. Jim Gantner 0 for 4 and Buck Martinez 2 for 4. Rick Burleson 1 for 5 with a couple RBIs. Jerry Remy 1 for 5. Rice was 0 for 5. Fisk was 0 for 4, did reach on an error. Freddie Lynn 1 for 5. Bob Bailey was 1 for 2 with a walk. So it's a career A career day for 1978 for Bob Bailey. Well, not a career day, but it's probably one of his better games in 1978. I think probably the best game that he's played here. Frank Duffy came in as a pinch runner and a DH, but did not get in a bat. Yastrzemski was 0 for 2. Dwight Evans 1 for 3 with a run scored. George Scott 2 for 4. Butch Hobson 2 for 3 with a run scored. So player of the game, I think we're going to give co-players of the game. Bill Travers. No, I think we'll give it to Gorman Thomas. Even though, nah, we got to give something to Travers. I guess we'll give him co-player of the game. Travers, he did not allow a run. 6 innings pitched, 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. And Gorman Thomas was 2 for 3. Sorry, 2 for 4 with a run scored and 3 runs batted in. Yeah, so we got to give it to Gorman Thomas. He had all 3 RBIs for the Brew Crew. So if it wasn't for him, they may not have scored. So he had a 22nd double of the season, and he had hit his 30th home run. Yeah, we'll give it to. I think we're just going to give it solely to Gorman Thomas, with a close second to Bill Travers. So let's take a look at the standings now. All right, so let's see here. So the Yankees maintain their 1.5 games behind Milwaukee with their win. And with the loss and the Milwaukee win, the Red Sox fall to 4 games behind the Red Sox. Kansas City and California are tied for first. Kansas City percentage points ahead of California. So we'll be back with Game 3 of the series. Take a look and see who's going to be in that. Take a look at the other. Oh, this is the second game. Is the second game of a doubleheader? Yes, it is. So the doubleheader is today. So the second game of the doubleheader will feature Mike Caldwell for the Brew Crew against, oh no, Bob Stanley is going to get a start. So this could be interesting. So you have Bob Stanley in the lineup. Pitching. Bob Bailey getting in the lineup. Butch Hobson most likely at third base. So yeah, that could be a fun game there. Well, hopefully the Red Sox can pull one out there. That would be a miracle of miracles. Let's see how the actual game went. The Red Sox did actually win this game 11-4, and Bob Stanley got the win. Mike Caldwell the loss. So we'll see. I guess anything is possible. Jim Wright actually hit a home run in the game, and Gorman Thomas. So stay tuned. And that game will come up next, game number 115, this being game 114. The Red Sox fall to the Brew Crew. So take care, God bless, and we will see you in the next Strat-o-matic 1978 Red Sox replay. And just to let you guys know, we're getting close to the end of this. Well, we've still got a ways to go, but our next project, I think, for Strat-o-matic is going to be, as you can see here, our season's over here. I think we're going to do the 1993 Atlanta Braves, I believe, just to mix it up a little bit. Do another team. I was thinking about possibly maybe doing a 2007 Red Sox, but I don't know. Tell me what you think. I can either do the 1993. I kind of like to do the. I think I could do both. Who knows? But I think I'm going to at least start with the 1993 Red Sox. 1993 Atlanta Braves, and then go from there, and possibly do the 2007 Red Sox. I also have the 2016 season, so I could do maybe the Red Sox from that too. Although that wasn't that pretty. So I don't think I'm going to do that. Oh, was that the year? I can't remember I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, thank you for joining me. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.